Right, listen up, because this is a story about lost treasure. Not just any old treasure, mind you, but the lost treasure of King Solomon. We're talking mountains of gold, enough jewels to make a rapper blush, and enough ancient secrets to fill a library. Imagine chests overflowing with glittering coins and gems that sparkle like the stars in the night sky. And where do we start this epic tale? A place called the Timna Valley. Nestled in the arid Negev desert of southern Israel, Timna is a place of stark beauty and ancient whispers. The desert stretches out like an endless sea of sand, with the Timna Valley as an oasis of history and mystery. For thousands of years this valley has held secrets, whispering tales of copper mines, Egyptian pharaohs, and maybe, just maybe, a king's hidden fortune. The air here seems to hum with the echoes of the past, each gust of wind carrying stories from a time long gone. The landscape is a geologist's dream, all twisted rock formations and canyons painted in shades of red, orange, and gold. These natural sculptures have been carved by the hands of time, each layer telling a different chapter of Earth's history. It's the kind of place that makes you want to grab a shovel and start digging. Imagine the thrill of uncovering a piece of history, of holding in your hands something that hasn't seen the light of day for millennia. But Timna isn't just a pretty place. It's a place where the past and present collide, where every rock and crevice holds a story waiting to be told. This valley holds the scars of history, the remnants of ancient civilizations who came for its copper. These ancient miners left behind tools and structures, silent witnesses to their toil and ingenuity. We're talking way back, people. Long before modern technology, these early adventurers braved the harsh desert to extract the valley's riches. We're talking about the Egyptians, who were mining copper here over 3,000 years ago. They were masters of their craft, using the copper to create tools, weapons, and even the intricate death masks for their pharaohs. They used it to make everything from tools to weapons to those fancy death masks they put on their pharaohs. These artifacts are a testament to their skill and the importance of copper in their society. Timna was a hive of activity back then, a crucial source of this precious metal. The valley buzzed with the sounds of mining, the clinking of tools, and the murmur of workers. And you know what else they found in Timna? That's right, gold. This precious metal added an extra layer of allure to the valley, drawing in treasure seekers from far and wide. Not as much as copper, mind you, but enough to make things interesting. The presence of gold hinted at even greater treasures hidden beneath the surface. Because where there's copper, there's often gold. The two metals often occur together, making the search for one a potential discovery of the other. And where there's gold, there are often legends. Stories of hidden riches and lost treasures have been passed down through generations, each one adding to the mystique of Timna. Legends of lost treasures, of kings and queens, of riches beyond your wildest dreams. These tales capture the imagination, painting pictures of opulent courts and secret halls. And that, my friends, is where our story really begins. So buckle up and get ready for a journey through time as we uncover the secrets of Timna and the treasures that may still lie hidden beneath its sands. Now let's talk about King Solomon. You might have heard of him. Son of King David, supposedly the wisest man who ever lived, and absolutely rolling in it. We're talking wealth beyond measure here, the kind of wealth that would make even a Saudi prince say, "Steady on, old boy." Solomon's reign, roughly 970 to 931 BC, was a golden age for Israel, both literally and figuratively. He was known for his wisdom, of course, famously settling a dispute between two mothers claiming the same baby. But he was also known for his wealth. This was a king who literally had a throne of gold, ivory, and precious stones. We're not talking about a little sprinkle of gold leaf here. We're talking about a throne so blinged out it would make Liberace look like a pauper. Where did all this wealth come from? Well, Solomon was a shrewd businessman, for one. He controlled important trade routes, taxed the heck out of everyone, and probably had a few side hustles going on that we don't know about. But according to the Bible, a lot of Solomon's wealth came from a place called Ophir. Now, nobody knows for sure where Ophir was, but it was said to be a land rich in gold, silver, and precious stones. Think El Dorado, but with better PR. The stories of Solomon's wisdom and wealth have been passed down through generations, becoming legendary. Scholars and historians have debated the accuracy of these tales, but the impact of Solomon's legacy is undeniable. His influence extended beyond wealth and wisdom. He was also a prolific builder. Solomon's Temple, also known as the First Temple, was one of his most famous projects. This grand structure was said to be a marvel of ancient engineering and craftsmanship. It served as the central place of worship for the Israelites and housed the Ark of the Covenant. The temple's construction further solidified Solomon's reputation as a wise and powerful ruler. Solomon's reign was also marked by diplomatic achievements. He formed alliances with neighboring kingdoms, strengthening Israel's position in the region. One of the most famous diplomatic encounters was with the Queen of Sheba, who visited Solomon to test his wisdom. She brought lavish gifts and left impressed by his knowledge and the splendor of his court. Solomon's legacy also includes contributions to literature and philosophy. He is traditionally credited with writing several books of the Bible, including Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. These works continue to be studied for their insights into human nature and morality. Today, Solomon's legacy lives on in the cultural and historical memory of Israel and beyond. His story is a testament to the enduring power of wisdom, wealth, and leadership. And so the legend of King Solomon, the wise king with a mountain of gold, continues to captivate and inspire. Now, any self-respecting king with a mountain of gold needs a decent place to keep it, right? A place that not only secures his wealth, but also showcases it in the most extravagant way possible. And maybe a shrine to show a bit of gratitude to the big guy upstairs. After all, divine favor is always a good thing to have on your side. That's where Solomon's Temple comes in. This wasn't just a building. It was a statement, a testament to both faith and fortune. This wasn't just any old place of worship, mind you. It was a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry, a place where every detail was meticulously planned and executed. This was the Vegas Strip of temples, a dazzling display of wealth, craftsmanship, and sheer bling. Imagine the most luxurious, opulent place you've ever seen, and then multiply that by 10. Built in Jerusalem, the heart of Solomon's kingdom, the temple took 7 years to construct, which, considering they didn't have cranes or power tools back then, is pretty impressive. The labor and dedication that went into this project were nothing short of monumental. It was a masterpiece of cedar wood, gold, and precious stones. The finest materials were sourced from far and wide, ensuring that every inch of the temple exuded grandeur. We're talking walls covered in gold, doors carved from olive wood and overlaid with gold, and a Holy of Holies, the inner sanctum of the temple that was literally shimmering with gold. This was a place where the divine and the earthly riches met in a spectacular fashion. Imagine walking into a room where everything, and I mean everything, is coated in gold. The sheer opulence would be overwhelming, a sensory overload of the highest order. The walls, the ceiling, the altar, even the floor, every surface gleamed with the precious metal, reflecting light in a way that made the entire space glow with an otherworldly brilliance. You'd probably need sunglasses, or at least a good pair of welding goggles. The brightness would be almost blinding, a testament to the sheer amount of gold used in its construction. That was Solomon's Temple, a dazzling monument to God, and a rather unsubtle display of the king's wealth. It was a place where spirituality and materialism coexisted in a delicate balance, each enhancing the other. It was the kind of place that made you want to either drop to your knees in prayer or pull out a chisel and start chipping away at the walls. The awe it inspired was matched only by the temptation it presented, a true marvel of the ancient world.